Now to the football, and Arsenal have laid down an ominous marker for the season ahead. The Premier League champions thrashed Manchester City 3-0 in the Community Shield in Cardiff. The result then a huge pre-season boost for Mikel Arteta, who is looking to defend the title won last season. But it was a less than ideal start for the new City boss, Enzo Maresca. Both trophies on display at the Principality Stadium in Wales. Arsenal's Premier League trophy and City's FA Cup. Mikel Arteta did not include Gabriel Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus or Ethan Nwaneri, while Enzo Maresca left out Savinho. All those players have been linked with moves away. Arsenal made a fast start. Miles Lewis-Skelly's been linked with a move, but he played in Ricardo Calafiori, who put his side ahead after just 23 seconds. City responded. First, Phil Foden's effort saved by David Raya before also Raya denied Haaland. Instead, it was Arsenal who went 2 up. Christos Solos heading back across goal for Kai Havertz to score. And then 3 minutes into the second half, it was 3. Captain Martin Odegaard sealing victory. Dominant win then for Arsenal, who lift the trophy for the 18th time. Perfect preparation for their league title defence.
I think it's down to the preparation that we've done in pre-season, to the decisions that the boys have taken after the World Cup, to continue to get prepared, to come early because they wanted to be part of this and they really wanted to win the competition because it's something that we earned last year, the chance to play against City here. And very impressed in the manner that we play, especially in the manner that we competed. So that's the standard for us, and if we drive the standards at this level, I'm sure that we're going to be really, really competitive.
For sure, the 2 first goals we concede, I didn't like. The first one because it's after 25 seconds, and the second one, I think there was no pressure on the ball. Probably, I don't know if it's for physical condition. We had many players, probably the club with more players in the World Cup. I don't know the reason why, but for sure the first 2 goals that we concede, I don't like. And then in terms of things that I like, I think after the first goal we concede, the reaction was very good. At this level, it's so similar. When you concede a goal and you are able to react in the way we react, was good. But again, after the second goal, I think was all complicated.
Mikel Arteta says Gabriel Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus and Ethan Nwaneri are all important players for the club, despite leaving them out of Arsenal's squad for the Community Shield win over City. Arteta says this was a result of only having space for 18 players on the bench. Martinelli turned down the chance to join Galatasaray this week, following a £38.9 million bid from the Turkish side. Sky Sports News understands Arsenal is still open to listening to offers for the Brazilian. He has 1 year left on his deal, plus the option of a further year.
Just technical decisions, and I've been trying to persuade the Premier League and the clubs, to be able to extend the number of players that we can have, especially the outfield players in the squads, because we play more and more games, and the load is unreal. And to not giving the chance to those players to be able here to participate, because maybe demands the qualities of one of those players and don't have them available, it's just a shame. So yeah, it's the most difficult part of the job, but there's nothing to do with that. It's just a fact that we can bring 18 outfield players, and we believe that for today's game, these were the options that we needed, especially with the physical condition of certain players. We know that there are certain areas that through injuries we are weaker and we need to strengthen. We are trying to do that. We've been trying to do that for weeks. So only the right opportunity and the club is available to do, we will do it.
From an Arsenal perspective, you've got to be delighted with what you saw. Absolutely. I mean, listen, we've all been there conceding early goals, and sometimes it is tough to come back from that. But really and truly, there was nothing in it. There was nothing in it. I think Arsenal were completely dominant from start to finish.
Do you know, it was interesting, obviously, City.
How are you?
Listen, I've been infinitely worse than this in some of these finals. I'll tell you that as a fact. But it was interesting watching the two sides play and seeing this sort of like split between Arteta's Arsenal. He very much looks and feels like that. Even someone like Guimaraes coming into the side, he fits perfectly into the way that they want to play. You see some of the players, especially in midfield, looking excellent. I thought Odegaard was excellent. Lewis-Skelly was excellent, and Solis as well on his essential proper debut. I thought he was really, really good. Watching the game today, as you look at the two sides, you could see the influence that they say Odegaard had. and Lewis Skelly had. And the midfield area for Arsenal was very, very robust. And it works really well. And so many other pieces around it, as a consequence, had really good games. And I think from a City standpoint, the relationship between Kovacic and Anderson, I think for the most part today, was non-existent.
It's the manner of this defeat, isn't it? Which just intensifies this conversation. Yeah, I mean, listen, we spoke about the tables turning and the tilt that's happening and the shift that's happening with both teams. And so there's always mind games at the beginning of a season. And actually, I'll go as far to say as I think that Maresca, with his selection, you know, I think he's shown his cards a little bit too early.
Because he went strong,
He went very strong. He went very strong.
When there is that much competition in every position as well, all over the pitch, so much quality, how good is that for the squad, that healthy? How much does it motivate you?
I think it can be very, very important. And there was a point last season where their substitutes were making a big impact, especially in the Champions League, scoring winning goals late in games and so on. But I think for Arteta now, what's going to be a bit different is that now the players have won a league title, in my opinion, you know, some of these guys will want to get more game time. Like there was a point last season where Bereze doesn't play for 7-8 games. He's going to go through another season of being in that situation because they all know that they can play. And they also know that they will be in demand if somebody, you know, essentially wants to come in for them. So I think managing the squad is with the expectations, the individuals, the collectives, I think Arteta will be able to do it. But it is harder because the squad is a deeper squad. You know, you've got more players come back in as well. So yeah, it's great that they have the depth. And now it's down to Arteta and the decision making. Because if he gets it right, you know, as you said, they're very strong in every position.
Yeah, so strong. Best squad in the league, would you say?
Yes, I'll say that for now. I'll come back to it in a few weeks.
Of course they've got the best squad in the league, Nathan. Who you compare it to your lot? Jack Grealish, hello, come on.
Dan, shouldn't ask you, mate. Shouldn't ask you, mate. You focused on the studio stuff.
Who are you comparing
We're big
this
side. You
squad
focused on the
to?
studio. I was thinking about other squads and the people that they brought in and how competitive they can be, because this Arsenal squad is a very, very good squad. But there are times when, say, somebody that's coming off the bench isn't necessarily having the same impact as, say, somebody else at a different football club. Like, I'm not going to talk about Liverpool. Their squad's driven.
Right.
Chelsea have got 50 players. You've got Spurs who are bringing in other players. And it's not to say that they will win the league, of course not. But they have the ability to make positive
So you're saying
change.
Spurs squad
And
is
the Arsenal
comparable
players
to
have proved
Arsenal?
very much worth their weight. And my friend, I was trying to remember squads. Stop interrupting me.
Because your
I'm trying
point
to
was so
focus here, Dan
ridiculous in the
Thomas.
first place, you were clutching at straws.
Still 2 weeks left.
So then why ask me a question, Dan?
can change
You get
your
back to
answer.
studio here. I'm clearly rattled now.
Alex
yeah.
asked you the question, you
Arsenal's
gave the
the best
ridiculous answer. That was the point. Nathan,
Yeah, I was trying to think about the whole squad, to be honest. And, like, Arsenal have a very, very good squad, and it's a squad of winners now. The people that they brought in have been excellent. But as we've seen in recent days, from Arsenal's perspective, one or two players like Martinelli, they're kind of being shopped around, aren't they?
Even one area as well.
Exactly. So you're wondering if that squad, some of that squad depth is going to disappear, because for now they have a lot of players to manage.
You heard it here first. Arsenal squad depth is going to disappear.
speaking of disappearing, Haaland had 7 touches, Nathan.
Yeah, he had a few shots as well. Don't forget that. He had a couple of shots as well. But yeah, well, I mean, what do we expect? If you want to overreact to this game, you absolutely can do, and I'm sure the people will do. I thought Arsenal did look ready. That is a fact. City did not. And I think, again, Odegaard said, like, they showed their level. Man City absolutely did not. You know, we go through this thing with Haaland where, you know, we'll say, oh, how many touches did he have? But when he scores, it's like, oh, nobody knows how many touches he had. They just know that he scored.